Hello everyone, welcome back. This is the loop closed. It is a bit of a haunted loop, also we are in a pretty nice place. There has been Tecnam update today, so that's what we'll be trying out. They changed few things, we'll see about that. I don't remember the whole changes, and we're back to Bora, the nice place. I feel already familiar with here, and I do like the waving palm trees. And welcome, great to have you here. Also I changed the layout a bit, there's guitar behind me, the one I played before. And let me welcome everyone. The BK line redeeming the first before even saying anything. Well done. Great to have you, BK line. Hype, Herbert. Close second with the hypes. And then I saw a rise for the hypes and G's and everything. And the sub, the BK line. Thank you for the sub. 5 months. Whoa. Thank you. That's so nice of you. Great to have you here. I'm glad you're enjoying. Right, I'll put down the base. I will show you briefly what we'll be doing. Also, it will involve a bit of planning, so I'll also show you about that. I hope everything sounds and looks fine. If anything's wrong, let me know. I'll correct. No, not this one. This one. This will go. Make myself a bit smaller. Right, so we are here in Bora, you know the place already, and we'll be going to the biggest island nearby, which is Tahiti. And I think we'll do some go around there, do another approach, we'll see how time goes, but the flight we'll be preparing, that we should have just enough time for that flight. I'm also super intrigued by those atoll islands here in the north. We will visit them one day. It's just unreal. So I was thinking about that, but maybe not today, but we'll definitely go there in the future. That's just super intriguing. So we'll be also on VATSIM. I haven't seen anyone on VATSIM yet, but doesn't mean no one will pop out. So no controllers yet. And about the planning, so I see the IFR routes, they look a bit better here in Sky Vector. So we'll have a look here, and also oh, actually we do have all details here. So that is more readable than Navigraph. I would very much love to have all this information that is here in the Navigraph. All the airway limitations. Alright, don't even know where to start. Let's have a look at the plane. Oh, there's an icon here. There's 2 icons there. How come? Is that any view? I don't think so. No, I don't know the names. Great stuff. Also, it seems like a nice place to fly the icon. So they apparently did change something about the props and the prop angle. But the thing is now they do start up in feathered position. Well, they also feather in the first place, so that's a win. But, well, you would normally not load the plane in the feather position. When it comes to the plane, it's pretty much in the fine pitch, so that's what we see. I'm a bit surprised about that, but we'll start how it goes. We'll see how it goes, and also what happens after we shut down, after the flight. Maybe it will be okay then. I don't actually know, we'll see. Alright, what else do we need to check? I had the list, but, well, that's the one thing I remember. There are a few more, so we'll see about that. I didn't see any flight mode changes, so I'm still worried it can't fly on single engine. And I chose the whale livery, which doesn't even have the registration. It's pretty nice. Oh, the icons are gone. No. Right, I'll be like that. And I'll stop the loop, get the music, and strap myself in. We'll do the walk around, start up the plane, and then we'll do the planning. Gotta go over to Explorers now, have fun. Cool, enjoy Herbert, thank you. Right, so that should be the guitar stopped, that should be the music running, and the bird stopped. I will just deck quickly and disconnect the guitar stuff, so bear with me. Alright, it worked. Now I'll try to drive in and lock my chair. It's a bit of a challenge every time. Also now with the cable wheels, that's just much better. Right, I think that's gonna work. I can operate the pedals, no problem, in the full range. Right, I'll still see how I'll be sitting for the whole flight. It's always a challenge to find a nice position that feels comfortable. Also, I need to slide a bit to the right, hang on. Right, I hope I didn't overdo it. Whenever I don't have the streaming stuff, it's all a bit much easier, but well, I absolutely do need the streaming stuff. So here we go. Such a nice plane. Alright, let's jump in and do the walk around. I also have the IFR glasses handy if we decide to do the IFR approach and making me go to the minimums. I'll say about that. Alright, I hope I will not go on mute or leave you on apps today all too much. We'll see how this goes. Also, think about the real Tecnam yoke that I forgot after not flying for a while, that it only tilts to 45 degrees, which is super useful because you, well, just don't hit your knees. Nicotine, welcome back, great to have you here. We are in Bora again and we'll be flying to Tahiti. So that's the brief plan. I'll do a bit more detailed plan in a moment. Nicotine the third, thank you. Oh, that's where the two icons went. I see them now. Good stuff. Alright, how do we even do that? We hide the yokes, that's for sure. We move the levers to the correct position. Oh, and I need the microphone cable to be in the right place. There you go, now it's better. Props go forward, throttles go idle, parking brake is set, carb is forward, chokes are off. Oh, we can turn on the tablet, and I've heard they added the Navigraph charts here. So you can authenticate through here and then have Navigraph charts, but since I do have the malware, I will not be doing that. So that's where we are. We go to the pre-flight and let's have a look. So that's what we needed to do in cockpit. Now, oh, the fuel. We need a lot of it. Let's take full. Full fuel and payload. That puts us as max take of weight. Yeah, that was great. Hi Balance player, welcome, great to have you. Also, look, I do have an iBalance as well. I changed the layout slightly and it's right here. I played it on the intro. Great to have you, how are you doing? We are in Bora. We'll be flying to Tahiti in the updated Tecnam. Don't think there's much great updates, but well, still it's updated, so let's give it a try. in the white livery. I do like the white livery. Right, we have the load. So that's all checked here. Okay, do we do it the easy way or the super realistic way? I think we do it the easy way. So we can go here and check all the stations. Cool, I'm doing good. Just another work day. Oh, I see. I know the drill. Right, I really do want to tell everything about the plane, but you've heard it already. So you can check the tire. It does make the knocking sounds. And we absolutely do need to crank those engines. Oh. And here the angle is different because we are in the cockpit model. So we do crank it until we hear the burp. After, well, first we open the oil cap. And then we can measure the oil. And it takes forever usually. Or did I hear it already? And we are supposed to hear it twice as well. Was that one? Or... Right. So that's what they do here. I'll just click ready to fly later so we do not run into any surprises. Oh, we check the aileron, we check the gear already. We do check the hydraulic accumulator pressure here. Should be 20 bars at least, also it's now scaled in, I think, PSI. Some strange reason. We do check the elevator is moving accordingly, and normally the combined trim and what was it called? I'll always forget. Anti-balance tab moves. So normally when we move the elevator up, the anti-balance tab also moves up. Rather, we cannot check on grounds. This is hardwired to the nose wheel, and we do not want to put force on the rudder to move the nose wheel. We can check the other tire and the aileron. And then we should do the similar operation here. And oh, also forgot to check the oil here. It shows 50% and this one shows 50%. That's pretty detailed. Yeah, it is pretty detailed. Also, a few bits here and there are off, so makes me a bit unhappy. Like, for example, this probe light is just facing the wrong way. So the texture is correct, but it's inclined. Do you like this? It should be like this. The down part should be forward. That seems a bit off. Normally you crank it and then it does the burp sound. The burp sound is when you open the oil cap, leave it open, then turn manually the probe, it distributes the oil, and once you hear it, you are ready to measure the oil. It's a bit of a cumbersome process, but well, this is the way to do it. I think we'll stick with the 50%. Also, oh, we don't have all the... I'll show you. Oops. So we can have all the covers, the pitot cover and whatnot. And we can also have tie downs, which is also pretty nicely modeled. I don't remember if there is a way to put... Oh, there is no way to put them on. Maybe there isn't. It also has the tie downs with those nice concrete blocks. That looks super good. No, there is no quick spot here, so only from the tablet we can put them on. I can show you if you haven't seen it yet, because this is pretty well done. Oh, that's new. That wasn't there. That's cool. That's what was in the pocket. I see. That's where it goes. That's pretty cool. I like it this way. That's very well done. And also I love how you can position the checklist here and then store it here on the dashboard, or you can just put it back to the pocket. I would normally put it here. I don't like putting anything on top of the cockpit because it can scratch the canopy, or what for me, it can just slide forward and then I cannot reach it. It's my hands are not so long. So that's where we have it, and now we have those super nice tie downs. I think they're well done. Hang on. How do I get out there? Oh, I know. I think I need to click from the tablet and then I can go out. We have the chokes, the covers, the tie downs. We can remove all that. That's super well done. Boom. Right, I think this will be about it. I'll pretend we heard the verb and measure the oil. So what happens if you measure the oil before, without doing this procedure, you will simply get wrong readouts. Right, so we checked everything before, but since I did prepare for parking, I'll now hit prepare for departure, so we're ready to go. I super like this. And there are the power settings. Cool stuff. I don't understand why there are two buttons here. The right one is simply not working, on the X is working. That's reasonable. Right, let's try to start it up, and once it's running, we will prepare the flight. I wonder how long it will take me. Maybe it won't be so bad, so let's see about that. Also, during the pre-flight, what you would normally do is get the master on, get one of the crossbars to get the lights. So, because I don't remember, I'll just get two of them, get the flaps down, get all the external lights, and just jump outside, have a quick look if all the lights are shining. So we have taxi and landing light, we have the position light here, we have the strobe light, flaps are down, then we have the position light on the tail, the other flaps are down as well, strobe and position light. So that's cool. Jump back in the cockpit, also have a quick look before refueling at the fuel level, but since we wanted full tanks, we just have full tanks. And then just get all of this off. Right. And we can keep the master on. We'll get nav lights on, although they are not working at the moment because the crossbus is off. And we can easily tell that from here, as long as I'm able to find the nav light. Circuit breaker is this one here, so it's right hand bus. But we can keep it on for the time being. We'll have it on later for the startup. And the strobes, I believe, are on the bus bar. Am I right? Yeah, the strobe light is here. If you turn the strobe light, it will be visible anyway. Right, so what do we need for startup? We need the chokes on. I will be stepping on the brakes every time I am starting the engine, so you cannot see them. I will be stepping on them anyway. We keep the throttles closed, so that's really well done by Rotax. You just keep the throttles off, but the choke, which is actually starting carburetor, does all the magic for you. So instead of you opening the throttle a bit and doing everything, this starting carburetor is doing that in just the right amount, so you don't have to bother about it like I always do. I really like how it's done. So strobe lights on. We need the full tanks. Each engine feeding from the respective tank. We'll be starting with the right engine, so fuel pump on, ignition is on. We do wait for the fuel pressure here, and it's 6, so that's okay. And now we'll be starting the engine. So there's the starter here, and I need to listen and look for the indication. I turned off the music, and let's see. Can we see that? Barely. Right, I'll step on the brakes. Clear prop, no wonder. And let's get it running. No, maybe too early. Right, it's not always very happy to start at the first time, so that's also modeled, and there is some randomization to that. So, I hope we'll be able to start. I hit this prepare for departure, which means even if I didn't do the burping, it should work. Now it works. Right, so the RPM is a bit high here, and what we'll do now, turn off the choke. The RPM will go down, and we'll keep the RPM up to 1000 with the throttle. A bit too much. Normally, I believe we would move the throttle like about here to have that 1000 RPM. So I don't know. But then also, I think the throttle response is a bit weird, but I complained about that was too sensitive in the top range. Now I think it's too sensitive in the bottom range. So maybe when I find some reliable data, we'll be able to do that. Right field on, right crossbus on. Oh, also forgot the flaps up. Since we checked them, we can just put them up. Also, the standby instrument is electric driven, so it should be aligned already, but here is just linked to the non-existing vacuum system, which is a bit strange, but well, that's how it works. Also, I see my mic is a bit quiet, so let me correct it. Right, I do hope it will be better now. Yeah, it seems to be about the normal level that I usually have on stream, so I hope it will be fine for you. And we can start the second engine. Choke is on, throttle is idle, prop is forward. Fuel pump on, lurk. Right vehicle line, we'll see in a bit. Have a good one. Ignition is on. Look at that fuel pressure, it's at 6. And hit the starter and listen for the engine. Also look at the RPM and manifold pressure. And it's running perfect. So, also the oil pressure is in the green and rising. Choke off, throttle to 1000 RPM. Left field on, left crossbus on, and that's the engine started. We can now have the avionics off and wait for that Garmin to be on. Also, we need the autopilot. I will now release the brakes. Have been stepping on the brakes the whole time. Where is the autopilot master? The autopilot master is not what you usually call autopilot master, it's just the power for the autopilot. So it goes through the self-test. Showed everything, now it shows ready, so that's done. So if you turn it off and turn it on again, it doesn't go through the self-test again, which it should. Heat will keep on, off for the time. We can get the strobe lights off, start the Garmin. Hey, that works. Also, nice thing here, we have this engine panel, so they have done it very well. And you have more detailed readings, plus some readings that are not on the small panel, like all those bus voltages and amperes. That's pretty nice. Right, so we can get the flight ready now. Let's see where we're going. Oh, and do connect to the VATSIM. Hang on, I hope my settings are correct. Let me see. So, because I'm using different setups, I always need to check if the button is correct, but we do have the correct button, so that should be working. So my microphone is there, so I think we can go and connect. November 225 Victor X-ray, and we are I think P2006T is the code. Yep, that's the code for us. Let's go and connect here. There is probably no one in range, so that should be fine. And L3 switch to the Unicom straight away. Also, I'll see if I can get the COM2 running. Alright, let's have a look here. So 1228. That's in COM1. Oh, we already have this in the preselector, and now the COM2. I'll see if I will be able to hear the COM2. If I click this, we should be able to hear. Perfect. And the vPilot shows the white here instead of the gray, which means we'll be able to hear ourselves. So I will talk and you will hear me twice. Also, you'll be seeing this here. Let's check first what's the name of the airport we are at. Motomute or Bora Bora. I don't actually know. Let's see if we select any departure here. Just have a look at the chart. What does it say? There's no frequency here. So let's have a look at the departure chart, at the approach chart, and there should be some frequency. Bora Bora. Alright, so that's Bora Bora Tower. Okay, let's check this. First I'll do just a click and see if it's coming through. It's coming. Bora Bora traffic number 225 Victor X-ray, ready to check. Okay, it does work, also it is a bit quiet. Is it me who's quiet or is it the VATSIM who's quiet? Might be the VATSIM. Right, I just cranked this up. Microphone seems to have correct settings, so I think we're good here. I'll switch on the COM2 to 1215 and switch standby to COM1. Alright, so that's done. Oh, why is our transponder in old? No, transponder, don't do that. We'll go to standby and we'll go code 2000 since we are doing IFR. I forgot the fuel pumps, I just noticed. So there was a message here about the fuel pumps, so they are now off. Alright, back to the planning. So we'll just go to one of the points serving Bora Bora. Which one do we go? We have Iduta and Tano. Let's see which one will be better for us. The route here is 5000, this one's also 5000. Well, this one will technically be shorter, but maybe we'll visit more. I know what we can do. We can go from here over the middle of the island, go over the next island, and then come here. Right, that's a good idea. Also, there are two routes here, so we'll take Juliet to 3 since it seems to be both directions. Right, so Juliet 23, Juliet 23, Juliet 23. Alright, so that's fairly easy. And where they start? So that starts at Bravo Bravo and ends at Teano. Alright, so let's try to tell Navigraph that and we'll see if it works. So direct Bravo Bravo, Juliet 23 was it, I think. Teano. Let's see if it works. It worked, perfect. So that's a zigzag, but well, we're just doing sightseeing, so no worries about that. Also, we have two NDBs, so we'll do check them. I'll get the readings from the NDBs and we'll be looking at that as well. I'll see how it works. Right, now we can click on these routes and have a look at them. So there's some details. It doesn't say, it does say, so flight level 050 is minimum what we need. We are going east, so we can take just 050, no problem with that. That should be fine. This is a plane that likes to fly low, also we'll be able to see everything a bit better, I hope. Right, so go to the flight, go to the options. I'll just put 5000 here for reference. Perfect, so I can copy this and we can file the flight plan on VATSIM. Let's do that. If any questions, please let me know. I'll be very happy to answer. Oh, also I'm not sure if you noticed, but we do not have mid-roll ads, we only have the pre-roll ads. I probably should have added this to the title so people know that they'll only be hit once with the ads and never again. I think that's the best I can do, so all of you combined see the least amount of ads possible. Even though the pre-roll ad is a bit disturbing, I think that's better overall. No, not the settings. We go to the flight plan. Right, we are IFR. Right, I'll just paste the route here since I have the departure. So we're going from November Tango Bravo Bravo. I'll put it as alternate as well to November Tango Alpha Alpha. Oh, I actually shouldn't have removed that. So we go direct Bravo Bravo, Juliet 23, Teano, direct, and go to destination. Departure time, I think we will just do 21 Zulu. Will take us under 20 minutes, well, give or take. So 2100 Zulu, time and route. Let's have a look at the distance here. Where was the way to see the total distance? 146 miles, so that will be like 1 hour. So I think we'll be going like 120 knots. Plus departure, plus approach. So that's 1 hour, 130 I think will be what it takes for us. So that's what I'll put in the flight plan. 130 here. We do have 4 hours of fuel. We'll be doing 120 knots to airspeed. Maybe actually we'll be doing a bit more, but we'll see about that. 5,000 feet. No remarks. And our equipment, so let's have a look at that. I do have a site saved which has these FAA codes. I'll paste the link in the chat. That's from VATSIM Romania. That's really well done. And we are now RVSM, no reduced vertical separation minima. We cannot even fly that high. We do have DME. Wait, we have RNAV, GNSS, and transponder mode Charlie, so that's /golf. Alright, so that's what we'll put. /golf, voice, send and receive. Oh, sorry, you're not seeing it. Boo. There we go. So that's my flight plan. I don't remember where I stopped, so I'll just go over everything again. So we are choosing this route here from Bravo Bravo over middle of this island to this island and then go to Tecnam. I think you saw that already. That's at 5,000 feet, the route. We added this in Navigraph, check that it looks okay. Also I can click on the airway here. Juliet, no, it's actually not here. Juliet 23, and it shows me flight level 050 is what I need. So that, since we are going east, I need the odd ones, and 050 seems great. Typical line, welcome back, great to have you back. So I did put 5,000, that's 150 miles. Plus departure arrival, we'll be doing around 140. Actually, I'll put 140 in the flight plan. We'll see about that. So IFR November Tango Tango Bravo, November Tango Alpha Alpha. Alternate same as departure, 2100, 1 hour 30. Fuel 4 hours, 140, 5000. Slash Golf. And slash Golf's comes from here. No RVSM, GNSS, transponder mode Charlie, that's slash Golf. No remarks, so we can just file this. I always open this up again, just have a quick look if everything seems alright. Very often I find some problems, so I fix it straight away. Right, that's filed. Now see our departure. Right, so the runways. Oh, we do not have the weather, do we? Open airport, weather, no meter. Okay, so let's resort to something else. Hang on, we have the sky vector and we do have the meter for Tahiti, so I assume the wind will be pretty much similar, though it's quite the distance. And this shows wind 1900 at 11 knots, and also the QNH is, what's the QNH here? That's a long meter, 1010. Alright, so visible 10 kilometers or more, scattered 1600, temperature 25. Dew point 24, QNH 1010, recent rain, no sig, and tough. Let's see what's here. Just looking for the changes. So we have wind, visibility, scatter 020, broken 040, tempo, wind gust 3000, visibility, shower rain, broker 1500, broken 4000, becoming variable 05. Right, so it's fair enough weather for us. So wind 1900, I will assume the wind is similar here. Actually, we can check in chat. 224 at 12. Okay. So go back to planning and runways available. I think it will be, well, there's the 29er seems better. Am I right? Wind is 224 and that is 29er, bearing 292. That should be magnetic. Let's verify this here. 292. Right, so that's only 70-degree difference. So that's the preferred runway. So let's choose the 29 for arrival 22. Now departure. What is there for us? Right. Since we are going here, Romeo informed 3 Bravo. That looks good for us. But it's for the other runway, isn't it? I think it is for the other runway. Oh, the one for us. Oh, so there is no departure for us. Actually, this one small. Maybe this. Let's have a look at the chart. Oh, okay, so it has two versions. So we will choose this one, Romeo Uniform 3 Bravo. And here's our departure plan. Right, so we taxi here. There's no name for the taxiway. An unnamed taxiway. Amazing. Taxi, take a runway 29er. Then the departure. Alright, I never went through this, so let's have a look. Transition altitude 9000. We won't go to the transition altitude, we'll just fly on the... not the flight level. Just fly on the altitude. Unless otherwise instructed, aircraft must comply with standard departure specification given. Minimum climb gradient might be specified with departure. Pilot must advise HC on engine startup if they cannot maintain the minimum climb gradient. And the minimum climb gradient is 3.6%. Right, I don't know from the manual what's our climb gradient single engine. So let's just assume this is enough. Actually, we can tell from here. So flying 75 knots, that's 273 feet per minute. So we will definitely not meet that single engine in this aircraft. Right, nevertheless, let's... Oh, so we'll just advise ATC and they will probably clear us because most likely this is some clearance for... Actually, it might be for the obstacles. We'll see about that. And since we're flying on the same, I'm not super concerned about this. So 3 Bravo, there's 1, there's 2. Right, there's Bravo 384. So let's set this up. I wonder how to do that. Go to ADFDME. Okay. Oh, that's where I turn it. We need 384. So 0 here, 3, 8, and 4. Enter. Enter. Alright, so it's switched. Perfect. Hide this. And now, so I can show it actually here. That's the CDI, but I think it was in the PFD options, and we have bearing 1, and we'll choose ADF. Perfect, so that works. And it might already be showing... Quite possible that it's already showing where it should be. Yeah, I think this, it's... If it's not working, it's just to the side. Actually, I can show you that. I can even go CDI to the GPS then, no problem here. So if we have the incorrect... Oh, it's just not showing at all. And here it's showing, and we have the bearing here. No, 384. Right, this set also the runway heading was, what was it again? 292. So I'll set this already on the heading back. Turning, 292. Right, that's set. So let's hit the B, so we get the QNH. We are showing 10 feet, so that matches with the chart. I think it was showing 11. It's 14 feet. So back to departure. Take off at heading 292 at 3400. Turn right if climb gradient equal. Oh, sorry, I'm reading the wrong one. 3 Bravo. At 3400, turn right. Don't turn before interception of 105 degree bearing from Bravo Bravo. Interesting. So do not turn before 105. Right, we'll be climbing in general 5000 feet. So let me set this up. 4,000 and 5,000 sets. So we turn right. And then we go heading 135. We do Oh, where is this one? Hang on, here is the one. Oh, I see. So we, again, take off heading 292. At 3,400, turn right. What are they with the bearing? I don't get it. Oh, I see. So the bearing will have the bearing once we pass over the NDB. So when we are somewhere here, so they do not turn here, just turn after we pass the NDB. I think that's what this meaning. So we'll have the bearing 105, intercept it, and then turn right at 3,400. So the one is here. No. I am so confused. Right. Again. Take off heading 292. Oh, okay, now I understand, because there's also a turn right here on the one. Alright, so take off 292, then follow 135, intercept bearing 105, and only then at 3,400, turn right, heading 167, and then intercept inbound 122 into Romeo uniform 372. So I'll set 372 in standby already, so we have that ready. Alright, 3, 7, 2, and enter. Right, that's prepared. And then we go to Romeo uniform. So that's easy part. Then we go to Romeo uniform, and then we turn inbound here, Muahina 10965. So I'll set this on nav 10965. Also remember that even though I have all the knobs here on the left, I'm usually using the knobs from the MFD just because I can operate everything with my right hand, so I do not need to switch hands constantly on the yoke. It's much easier just to operate here as long as you have the MFD running. So 109.65 and switch it ready. Right, and then we have a long leg, 61 miles, so that's where we can figure out the arrival and the approach. I think that's a reasonable idea. Also, there's a ton of holdings here. Just hold as published. Yeah, sure, just do that. Whoa. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 holdings. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, yeah, 6 holdings here. Great stuff. The like holdings here also I noticed is similar at our destination of Tahiti. Tahiti. I'm not sure how to pronounce it. Alright, so this leg here has a bit of a problem of being displayed, but well, yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Cool stuff. Oh, sorry, that leg has a bit of a problem, and here's a ton of holdings, and here's the 6 holdings. Oh, I think we're ready to taxi. We'll get the taxi light on. Let's have a look at our fuel situation. We hardly burned anything, at least that's what it indicates. Doesn't mean it is that way. My track air is working, so that's all covered. So I see my mic is not picking up every time. Let me try to adjust it a bit. Alright, I think, yeah, this is better now. I just rotated it, so it's will pick up when I'm speaking and looking at the plane. Alright. We'll look around. There's Joe here, so we do need to be careful. And other than that, no one here. And we are also in VATSIM. Bora Bora traffic, November 225 Victor X-ray, taxiing from apron to the runway 29er, Bora Bora. Great, step on the brakes, parking brake released, add some power. Oh, and Joe. Still Joe to deck as you swing around. Yeah, I think that's what we can do. Right, I think Joe is safe. Yeah, no problem. So I advanced the throttle on the right engine and also stepped on the left brake. Whoa, that's pretty eager to taxi. We'll also do the run up there for the runway. I super like this new Turtle Beach pedals. They do not have the detent in the middle. That's super nice for the GA. Also the GA pedals means I cannot pull with the opposite leg, so I can only push. That's also very nice feel there. Alright, so we do stop here. There was a bit of a mountain to climb, but we have passed that. Step on the brakes, parking brakes set. I'm stepping on the brakes all the time anyway. And now we do the run up, so we go to the engine page here. And get the RPM, I think it was 1650. Now it does have a lot of lag here, so it's super hard to put it perfectly there. So I will not bother about having it perfectly. That just works. What do we check now? We do check the ignitions. The left ignitions are off, and we are seeing super slight drop of 20-30. So that's within limit, and comparing the two, also within limit. Back to both. Let's go back up. And now right ignition's off. Also super tiny drop. There is more drop in the real aircraft. Not super much, but more noticeable. We check the probe governor. So I'll be looking at the RPM first. Right, the RPM is dropping. Let's go back up. Faster. Next, I will look on the manifold pressure, which should be rising. Right, it is rising slightly. And last, we look at the oil pressure, and now let me listen to think. Right, I think I already remember it needs to increase, but it increased because there is a spring and there is oil pressure, which are controlling the probe, and the spring is pushing the probe towards feather position or coarse pitch, and oil is pushing it towards the fine pitch. The reason is if the oil pressure fails, it will just go to feather. So that's easy way to remember for me. In singles, it's the other way around. If the oil fails, it will just go to the fine pitch. So if we reduce the RPM, it goes to the coarser pitch, which means the spring is active, not the oil. So the oil goes back from the probe dome to the system, so it will increase. And it's actually decreasing. Well, but it's reacting. So I do not. Oh, I think it's decreasing because it's very tightly coupled to the RPM of the engine. Normally it barely moves when you are changing the RPM. Right, last thing, we do check the carb hits. And there is a drop. Also the carb hit levers are super nice in this aircraft. In the smaller singles with Rotax, it has a super clumsy lever to pull and push. And it's just very unpleasant to operate it. Right, that's completed, so we can get ready for takeoff. Maybe I'll just go left to right. So transponder transponder alt. Drop forward, carb head off. Here everything is alright. Flaps takeoff, landing lights on, taxi lights, we'll keep them on. Strobe lights on, and fuel pumps on. Last, check our fuel situation. So we are on 98%-ish, and we are feeding from the main tanks. Also, we didn't set up the flight in Garmin, but I don't think we bother at this point. It's too late in the game. Right. Bora Bora traffic, lining up runway 29 and backtracking. Bora Bora number... I forgot my false sign. Let's do it again. Bora Bora traffic number 225 Victor X-ray, lining up runway 29 and backtracking. Bora Bora. Right, that was a bit better. Let's have a look here. No one there, no one there. Also the visibility is super limited also in the real plane. And I can hide the tablet. I don't need it anymore. Boom. No tablet, no problem. Parking brake released, add some power. And we are rolling. Right, having taken some break from the plane, I super like the modeling and everything. It's just those few details that are off that are super bothering me, and if I didn't know the plane in real life, I probably wouldn't mind, because why would I? But here it's tilting me a bit, so that's why we're not flying it more often. Also, I still feel the flight model is a bit wonky, but I do not have any exact data to correct it, unfortunately. It's such a long runway. Right, let's go there. Wind is from, well, that windsock is showing from the right. It was supposed to be 2 to 4. Alright, so actually from our right, when we'll be taking off, it will be from the left. Alright, there's the end of the runway. I think most of the time, the way it works, you are supposed to go to the left first, but that's a bit of my guess. I'm not exactly sure. Actually, in this one, it looks like you should go to the right first. Right, we also don't need to follow that, but since it's here, let's do this. It will be a bit easier. Will it get us to the middle of the runway? It will. Right, runway 29, so we see the numbers. And let's check here. We see 29 on the magnetic compass and 29 on the heading here. So that's matching up. I'll have the departure handy, so we take off, we look at the Bravo Bravo, 2902. Then turn right to 135 when we feel comfortable, then intercept 105, and after intercepting at least 3400, turn right 167, then 122. So I'll keep this open, and let's roll. And that's Romeo Uniform 3 Bravo departure. Bora Bora traffic, November 225 Victor X-ray, thank you from 929er. Romeo Uniform 3 Bravo departure, Bora Bora. Right, full throttle. Engine instruments in the green. We'll need rudder to the right, because the wind is from the left, and aileron to the left. Airspeed alive. There's rotation speed, so pull it. In the air, accelerate to the blue line speed. It's actually is marked. I think it was the one marked with the VY 84. Right, positive climb, gear up. $200 feet, reduce power 27 and 20, 22. Keep that blue line. It's hard climbing, right? Over 300 feet, flaps up. I forgot the P to hit, so let's keep it on. So keeping to 902, and now we can turn to the right. Int heading 135. Oh no, I changed the altitude. Right, heading back to 135. That's set now. Also for a straight one turn, you want this magenta line to be just touching the first mark here. Right, the noise the sounds have been updated. I'm not sure if I like the old or new one better. Also, maybe these are cool. Right, keep this right one turn, climbing 5000. So we do rarely fly using the NDBs. We can have a look outside. Hey, there's us. $135, so that should keep us clear of this mountain. And now intercept the bearing 105. So when this arrow is pointing, actually we're flying 105 outbound. So when the thick end is pointing to 105, no. Hang on. Right, it shows. Alright, so the thick end should be on the 105. When the thick end is on 105, we start tracking it outbound. The radial, actually, yeah, we can say the radial. Right, I'll make the sounds a bit quieter. We are now radial. Also, it's jumping degree by degree. That's weird. 080, and we're looking for 105. $105 will be here. Cool stuff. I do like the NB departure. Haven't flown it ever. Bye bye, nice islands. Oh, I just realized I forgot the lights. No, so the lights off and fuel pumps off. I should have done it together with the flaps. Don't need to work on my flows. Right, we just passed 105. Let's get back there. So I do have 105 set here, and now we need to make this arrow go so that the big end, blunt end, is pointing at the 105. And we're still climbing 5000. Alright, I think we can play with the autopilot now. So let's engage it. We'll engage the heading mode first. And we're just at the 105, so I can turn there. Heading mode is engaged, and now the vertical speed mode. And let it keep. I think this works, 800 feet per minute. Right, cool stuff. So this will be nice plane for me to train before I go back to flying this for real. And just the blue ocean. Right, I will do some more on the range here so we can see actually where we are going. Right, we passed 3100, we have intercepted the radial, so now we can go right to the 167. And my vertical speed, no. I mean my rail speed, sorry, my air speed. So right 167. I forget that it's actually listed here, so I can simply look here. What's up with our climb performance? I know, I need to be adding throttle 1 inch per 1000 feet. So that's full throttle now, and we are showing only 25.3, so that seems reasonable. And next we need to intercept 122 inbound Romeo uniform. So we go here, ADF, switch it, and we should be having Romeo uniform, and we want 122. Right, so that's still a few degrees to go. 1, 2, 1 to 8, 1 to now. I wonder if you can have the CDI. No. Right, it should climb maybe a bit better, even though we're fully loaded. Or maybe that's what it climbs at this altitude. It's not the most powerful plane in the world, definitely not. Right, chill flight. I do feel a bit more happier with the Tecnam now. That's almost 122, so we can start turning left and track this inbound. That's 122, so we are still a few degrees to go. Wow, what's up with the autopilot overshooting the heading? That's new. Or maybe it was because I changed it there, and we are capturing the altitude, and there's the island in front of us. So that's Bora Bora behind. And another island in front of us, actually 2 of them. Right, what do we keep for our cruise setting? I think 22 and full throttle will work, because why wouldn't it? Double check here, and yes, 22 is the top of the green range, so we can keep that no problem. Advance it slightly, so it's on 22. And fiddling with those digital gauges is a bit cumbersome. They do have a lag in the response. And we have 116 indicated, 130 ground speed, true airspeed. Perfect, so that looks pretty much okay. Ground speed 138. Right, we go to Romeo uniform. I think there's no DM either, so we probably should have timed it so that we have an idea where we are. but I think we're good. Actually, the sound is pretty nice. You can hear it, but it's not cutting into the music. So I believe, actually, let's have a look where this NDB is. So the NDB is on the bigger island, just in front of us, somewhere over there. And then we'll be tracking. Let's see. I really wish Navigraph had all this detail that we have on SkyVector. Oh, it actually doesn't say. There's 252 here. Doesn't say the outbound here. Alright, so just 252 is the heading for us and 252 outbound. Doesn't say the heading here at all, so you just go, well, it should be saying the heading somewhere. The track that is interesting. But we will see the VR already on the CDI. I hope. So we can set that 252 inbound. Just twisting the course so it's on 252. No, sorry. 252. It's the radial 252. I'm messing this up. So 252 is if we were going the other way. So we're tracking radial 252 inbound, so our heading will be, I think, 0072. Double check it, 072 here on course. And 252 on the secant. Right. Also, we are just... Oh, actually, look, we are perfectly on the 1 to 2. So we are on the tracking 1 to 2 outbound, and diamond is showing our track. So that's lined up perfectly. Right, maybe I need a few degrees to the right. As we are getting closer, it will be more difficult to track it. But the VR... What's about the VR? I did set it on the nav too. That's why. Yep. We can keep it on nav too. Well, actually, since I set the course there, I can just set the course on nav too. Oh, that's a problem. So I cannot operate the course for the nav too. I think it's under some non-existing button, or maybe this guy works, but normally they do not have split courses, they just have one common course selector. Nice, so when we'll be on the radial, that means we can just intercept this VR inbound. And this should also happen when the blue arrow will start pointing the same way. That's pretty nice, we have never done this yet. And there's another airport, good stuff. This island's a bit more dramatic than the Bora Bora. The enemy might actually be somewhere here, maybe even on the airport. It's not moving yet, so we're just on the radial. Oh, I know, the blue arrow will never switch. Why do they think it would? But the blue arrow should just start pointing back. Right, so now it's just escaping, which means we're overflying, and now we can change the heading. Right, I know, I thought they will start finding same way. They eventually will, but as we get further on the track. Alright, funny me. And out we go. Out to go in the bloom. I can switch to the nav mode, so it's tracking this VR radial. And we'll double check with the NDB, so it should start behaving in just a moment because we're too close. So it's still showing the wrong way. Also, we accelerate to 130 knots in the meantime. Unbelievable. I wonder, do we have the traffic automatically displayed here on the chart? Yes, we have the traffic enabled, so it should be showing up if there is anyone here. Then that's where we are going next. And also, I don't know if you know, you can just click this, and then you can operate the joystick and slide them up. The joystick operates the cursor, and then you can slide them up, which can be pretty useful. And there's our destination. Alright, so once we pass this island, we can start looking at the arrival. But to make this work, I had to change my control style to lock. The one when it's also highlighting in blue, and where you can do this thing where you hold on something and just twist it and turn. And then we click back and the cursor is gone. Right, chill flight there. We do not have any matter here. Is the airport even marked here? It is. Wahine. Right, I interviewed the names here. And then we're going to Tano, and from that we'll do some arrival, whatever is there. Also, we'll probably overfly this island, I hope. So, is that called Tahiti? Because there is also Tahiti in the Caribbean. I'm afraid if I zoom out, I won't be able to find it again. So, there's also Tahiti here, part of this island, I believe. Tahiti without the H, and there's Tahiti here. Crazy. And all those atoll islands here. Looks super interesting. We'll go there in future. What's up with this one? That's just a bit too round. Right, another island is already in view. It's someone's vinyl record that expanded, definitely. That's what puzzles me the most, is that these are usually tops of the underwater volcanoes or something like that. So that's pretty mind-blowing for me. I'm not sure how exactly it works, since they all just have the top on the surface level, so there must be something more to it. Like there was this news years ago that some island appeared out of nowhere in the Pacific. I guess that's a similar process, but super interesting. Hey, not a bad chase of aircraft after all today. So unless I'm actually flying it, I think I'm happy. Also, if I need to get on top of my flows for the real flight training, I can use that no problem. I can do something I'd never ever do. We can have a look around the cabin. Why the black rectangles on top? Right, I don't know for sure, but it's just top side of the fuel tank, and in many of those airframes they are unpainted on top and the bottom. Not all of them, but many. And I don't know the exact reason. I remember reading somewhere, but it might be totally bogus and I might just remember it wrong, that they needed to keep them without the paint until first lighting hits the aircraft and they don't know it works. But it might be totally wrong. I just remember reading it somewhere, but I couldn't find it again, so this might be super wrong. But for some reason some airframes have those fuel tanks unpainted top and bottom, and I'm not exactly sure why. Yeah, interesting. But that's where the fuel tank is, not so big. Here's the fuel cap. Also the oil caps are hidden under here, and here under here are coolant expansion tanks caps, which we also need to check during the pre-flight. Here is emergency hatch, so you can escape here if you're in water, for example. There's battery, backup battery. Here's the hydraulic accumulator for emergency gear extension. That's one of the antennas, but I'm not sure which one. There's quite a few. 1, 2, 3. Cyan 10133, welcome. Great to have you. Like aircraft, but it's hella slow. Yeah, it is what it is. I've been doing my real life training in this aircraft. It is hella slow, but it's also very cheap, so I didn't mind. It's pretty nice. Anyway, I really enjoy flying GA, so no problem for me that it's slow. I'm sort of used to that. Oh, those polygons are... Alright, that's maybe not the level of detail I would like to have. Here's another island. But that's how everyone is flying. They have so much time to look around. I was making it hard for myself and training. So there's the airport. It's again looking atoll/volcanic island. It's still a bit mind-blowing for me that you live on the top of underwater volcano. So if we look here, I'll try to find it. Also, sorry for the names being unrecognizable language for you. So there's Hawaii here, and we just go south, and it's right there. Oops. So that's where we are, and there's mountain below it, and also all these atolls on the north. They are on top of whatever that is. Super interesting, but I have zero knowledge about that. And the vinyl record, where's the vinyl record? Might be one of those. Alright, I mean, looks very round. Right, so that's where we are. Hey, what nice islands. Tabletop Android, welcome. Lurking, but wanted to say hi. Thank you. No problem there. Enjoy your lurking, and thanks for saying hi. That's very nice. This island looks great. I like it. So there's airport here. Can we call this a lake? Is that a lake? Or is that a bay? We'll see. Volcanic island here. Falco, welcome. Bora Bora. Yeah, I do like Bora Bora as well. I feel so familiar with the place. If I ever go there in real life, I'll be like, oh, I know the place. I've been here. It's super nice. So Bora Bora is... We left it behind over there. We passed those two islands. Now we're passing this island. That's about as good as I can do with the names. And we're going to Tahiti, which is over there. What? It was advertised as being a bit closer. Well, I guess we will just need to wait until we get there. Looks great. Yeah, also I forgot, so have we flown? Yeah, we have flown past the viewer yet, or no? Where's the viewer flag? Here's on the bottom, so we smashed the viewer already, and let's look what we need to fly next. There are no tracks here, which is sad. So we'll just go back to Sky Vector. And I think it's a bit better. It does say 114.
Hello there.
Hello there. Great to have you. The 114 to Tecnam. Right. How do we do that? We go here to the course. For some reason I need to operate the right hand course, even though normality would be, well, just the one. Right, that doesn't work anymore, so we go to heading mode. Wow, thank you for the noises. I like it. 114 is what we want. Right, so let's go heading 130 for the moment. Hello there. And we'll select 114 here on the course. That's Falco again. Thank you, Falco, for doing all the noises. Thank you. And now we can go to the nav mode. Actually, we'll have some more intercept angle. There you go with the air horn. Do not keep us bored. Thank you. We'll need that. There's what's 61 miles to go. I think so. So that's gonna be half an hour, but worry not, we'll discuss the arrival and approach in the meantime. Thank you for the highs. We also have the emotes from the 7 TTV. I'm not sure if you know 7 TV. You can see them on screen if you don't have it installed. It's pretty cool as well. There you go. That's how it works. Right, so we smashed past the radial pretty hard. I can go here to the PFD options and set the bearing to nav2, so I'll see how far we are. Right, not that bad. And the full deflections, or 2 dots, should be 10 degrees. Actually, full scale is 10 degrees. I'm not sure how the dots work in that case. I remembered it at some point, I just forgot. So let's see when this dot is here, what will be the difference between the blue thing and the green thing. That's actually 5 degrees? Or slightly less. Right, it's capturing the radial now, and we do have DME, so we're looking at 60 miles out. Gonna take forever. We can click the heading to synchronize. That's a good, nice feature. Also, we slow down now. Why? Because of the turn, I think. All the maneuvering. Say bye-bye to the island. Bye-bye, island. Hey, that's a nice island. I like this one more than Bora Bora. Or, I don't know, they're all great. I like it. Nice place. And they do have a lot of airports, and I believe a lot of ships going between those islands as well. Who knows? Not me. What's up with the heading? Alright, so it's trying to capture this. Also remember the magenta diamond is our track, so that makes it super much easier flying IFR when you know where you're actually going and you don't need to guesstimate your wind correction. It's actually great. Also, I thought that this plane is not showing the flight director, but I checked on my actual pictures and it's actually there. But once you disconnect the autopilot, you can do that with the button here. Then it disappears, as it should. Perfect. So that works. Right, now I just hit the alt, so it captured whatever altitude we had at the moment, and that's showing it here. So to capture a correct one, I think I need to go VS up, and now it should capture it. There we go. Also in the real plane, it's a bit more difficult. What you need to do is you need to hold and press the VS. No. Yes. Hold and press the VS and then click Alt to go into vertical speed with Arnold Drysen. Welcome, welcome. Great to have you. And here's your shout out. Also, Falco, we had your shout out before. Welcome, Drysen. How are you doing? We are doing Bora hops in Tecnam. Flying IFR. Also, I didn't program anything in the Garmin because I realized too late or forgot it. So just working with the chart. So we took off from Bora. We followed a pretty nice departure with 2 NDBs. Bora is so cool. Yeah, I like the place so much. Keep telling people if I go there sometime in real life, I'll feel like I've been there. So we followed this departure. First on 1 DME, takeoff 292, then right 135, intercept outbound 105, and then turn right 167, intercept inbound 122 here. Lower right, typical line, we'll see later. So we did the departure with 10 dBs. That was pretty fun, and I did have the NDBs programmed here, actually selected here, and the thin blue line is actually the NDB, so that's the previous one, the Romeo uniform, which we passed already. Passed over Romeo uniform here, we went to this VR, and now we are on this long leg to Tahiti. So 61 miles, we should be at the point Tano. Which you can also tell that it's a fixed based on the navigate, because it's a triangle, not the star. Star will be on a fix. Triangle means it's a traditional fix, so actually from the VR, 61 miles. 1 for outbound. Have you not been seeing it? Right, I know don't know what it means. So here's departure flew with the 2 NDBs. Here, and then to Romeo uniform. Then we went from, I'm not ending, I'm just clicking wrong buttons. Went from the Romeo uniform to this VR, and we are going to Tano, which is traditional fix with the triangle. So 61 miles on 114 outbound. I'm not saying the radial because radial is opposite number. Actually, no. Yes, that's radial 114 outbound. It's whenever we're tracking inbound, we say different number than the radial, the opposite one, so I'm just trying to avoid saying radial so I don't make it wrong. But here we're just tracking radial 114 outbound. But if we're on the other side, then we'll be tracking opposite radial inbound. But in the VR you said 114, so that's slightly confusing. And look how many holes they have here. Look, crazy. Why so many holes? I don't know. Also similar situation here in Tahiti. So we'll overfly this island that I hope they like holding, yeah. Now maybe it's just to align with different approaches, but then having one or two holds would probably do the job. I don't know. Or maybe they just give you holding that's more convenient for you depending on your route. Still, you can't say hold that as publish at because, well... Oh, so here's the arena fix with the star, and the traditional fixes are with the triangles, like here. I wonder if they show the details. Matt747, hello, welcome. How's the Tecnam update? Have fixed some of the issues you had? No, they didn't, but I think I lost hope. Anyway, it's a pleasant plane to fly, and well, I think my biggest complaints at the moment are single engine performance, because I cannot really train single engine flying here, because that's not climbing. And flight model feels a bit wonky, but for just training my flows or using the aircraft, it's perfectly fine. Also, it has a ton of cool features, so I can't say I hate it. I definitely like it. It's just these few issues that are off are bothering me way more than they should. So that's the situation. The biggest problem is I cannot find the reliable data for the parts of the flight model that I feel are off, or maybe the power settings. I don't know. But having given it some break and now flying it again, it feels pretty okay. I'm just not trying not to be bothered about the things that are off. Well, the saddest part is probably that I cannot trace single engine here. Also, I haven't checked after update, so to be honest, I didn't even check what was in the update. Some minor thingies, to be honest. And if I haven't been flying this plane for real, I probably would notice most of those problems anyway. And many things are done pretty well, so we have that as well. Right, we are 30 miles out, so that means I have another 30 miles to get ready for the approach. And Tahiti is already there in the distance. I can already see it. So let's have a look. What arrivals do we have? Approaches. Right, so let's select the approach first or the arrival first. Oh. So for T2 there is for DME. I think that's the most reasonable, or the RNAV. Actually, let's do the RNAV. So the plane can fly it all the way, and I don't need to bother about things not working as I wish. We'll go through Salute, at least initially. That seems like a reasonable idea. Now let's check the arrivals. Oh. Really? That's not many arrivals. Confusion. Alright, so the point is actually ending at the class Delta airspace here, which means we would simply be vectored probably. Let's see, we have the one from Iduta. So maybe I simply should have chosen this waypoint instead of this waypoint. Iduta instead of Tano, and then we would have been able to go there no problem. Interesting. Well, can we still go back? We're past this intersection already. Maybe it makes sense to check the arrivals up front, not wait until the last minute. This flight level is 065 here. And the minimum off-route altitude I think is 2300. Is that the case? Will the VFR show different number? No, so that's just grid altitude. Is probably highest elevation figure. I'm not sure what Navigraph is showing. I think what we can do is we can just go from here, from tunnel, and join this Iduta arrival, or just go inbound. Let's see what they actually do. Right, so they just go over VR, nothing fancy. They go over the VR here and go to the holding here. Right, so that's not super fancy. Is that just one chart for all of them? No. That is more fancy because it does the DME arc and does the holding on a fix instead on a fix, so that's the same thing. Right, I feel like doing this, so let's do this. Iduta, which one was it? I like this one. Iduta 3 Victor. Let's do it. Alright, so what we'll do, we'll just quickly turn and go inbound Iduta here. So let's just intercept this airway. Juliet 3-1. How is it defined? I don't know. There's no VR here. Okay, lesson learned. I need to be checking this before the flight, not after the flights, but so I see the arrivals can also influence our routing. So let's check here direct. Iduta. Enter, it's there, so now we can change the CDI. Right, go first synchronize the heading, go to heading mode, change the CDI to GPS, and now hit nav. And boom, off we go. Haha, that's fixed. Well, also we should climb since that route is a bit higher, so let's climb. Get vertical speed mode, get 500 feet up. I think that's all we can do. Right, that's pretty high intercept angle here. So to start turning the other way now. Right, I'll be having a look. Once it's doing that, let's select Idut 3 Victor. Oh, and we need the other runway now. No, why was it 04? I wanted... to 2 all along. Yeah, so Verdim. Oh, RNF to 2 via, I think Salute is what we need now, or Travis. Davis. We go through Davis and the approach, right, and the arrival in the 3 Victor. Perfect. So I think to navigate between those two waypoints you need RNAV capability anyway. Between Orama and Iduta, because there's no VR And you are here or here, so you cannot just track any radial. So even though it's a route between two fixes, you need the enough capability to do that. So I'll just correct this here. So direct Rama. And that's Juliet 3-1. Oops, it didn't work. Didn't work. Juliet 2-3, Orama. No. Direct anti. Juliet 3-1. Iduta. Direct anti-AA. Orama. It's not liking it. Well, I'll add it to root before Duta. Let's see if it works. Oh, okay, it doesn't have it in the database. It's just the latitude and longitude. Interesting. Okay. Never mind. So let's select this again to 2. Arrival E.3 Victor. I'm always bothered that the arrival names are missing the last letter. It's making it more difficult to pronounce when someone is asking you, why is there 04? I wanted to 2. I see, the 3 Victor is just for the other approach, so that's changing. Alright, so we need to change this again. Approach Arnav via Davis. Maybe I didn't need to do all this operation with switching the airway. Maybe that was a bad decision there. It's showing us E.3 mic. Alright, so that's not such a fun approach, so I could have stayed here. Not such fun arrival. Hey, let's follow this one, we'll see. So, I should have gone direct to Anna, then just go over the airport and do the approach without the arrival. Have I missed something? No, there's the arrow here, so we can go there we could have gone there no problem. Alright, so that's our arrival. We go from Induta. And let's see, so there's 6,000 here. Not exactly sure what the cross means here. Maybe it's just the indication for the max 220 here. Yeah, it seems like it's only for the limitation. We also have a similar thing here. Go over the VR, 1129er, and then there's halt over Moana if we need it. And we go to Asoki. No, we don't go there. It ends at Moana here. Alright, and from there we can follow. Alright, I'm doing this super wrong. You can just go to Davis, do course reversal here in the halt, and then do the approach. Alright, this is all super wonky, so we should have gone from Davis to Salute and not bother about all of this. Anyway. Too late now? Or is it? Maybe we can just still turn into the Ano and do that. Let's do it. Forget everything we're doing. So, chain of plan again. French Polynesia, activate. Boom, there we go. So go back there, slight detour, no, not needed at all. Then alright, so there. Navies and then just direct. Right, that's almost this. Oh, not Tavis, but the Anno. Right, just change this approach so that it's through salutes. There we go. Now that makes more sense. So I wanted to make it nice, but well, I think that didn't make too much sense. So I think we're halfway already there. Undecided. Now I want to do two of them. Right, too late. Let's do that. Then we have the approach. Let's check our MSA. So MSA is within 18 miles and in our sector it's 5,000. So we need to keep the 5,000 until 18 miles. Then we can start descending to Salute 3,000. Oh, it's actually listed here as well. So within 25 miles 5,600. Within 15 miles 3,000. Alright, so that makes sense. We're now at 7,000, so no problem to follow that. Right, how far we have to go? 5 minutes. Now I'm super conflicted what I should have done. I think we should have, during the planning, I should have looked at the arrival and then I would see that it makes more sense to turn here to Iduta, follow this arrival and then probably reverse and hold here for the approach. Right, now I wish we were in a faster moving aircraft, but we have time. After a fuel situation, we are 75%-ish, so that's looking okay. I will tune in the viewer 1129er. Let's tune it on nav 1. 1129, perfect. And now go to the PFD options, change the bearing 1 to not the GPS, to the nav 1. So now we are seeing the blue arrow showing at the viewer we're going to and the double blue arrow, the one we're going from. There's the traffic there, unbelievable. I'll have a quick look on VATSIM if there's anyone there. Nope, it's just us. Full staff, no wonder, everything for ourselves. I also do have the VAT prism. I wonder if... oh, I didn't put my Twitch tag here, so it's not showing. I still need to figure out how to do that also. I don't know how many people are using this client, VAT Prism, but I do like it. Seems more reliable for me than vPilot. Sorry, not vPilot, I forgot already. VAT Spy. This client, I do like it more, the VAT Prism. 2 minutes. Good stuff. I'm still sad I didn't check this arrival situation before the flight when we were planning, and this would have changed the route we were going just so slightly, so it would be actually a bit better. I didn't think that was necessary, so I thought if I see the fix here, there should be an arrival from it, even more that there's a route feeding it. And it's also on the high. Interesting. And there are no altitudes at all on the port high and low charts, only on the VFR. But, well, they're on the VFR, but very sparsely. The beacon line, welcome back. Welcome. Alright, so we are at Tano in just a moment, so we'll go to Salute. So I'll set this up already. Are we there yet? 30 seconds. So enter, and I'm ready to activate in just a moment. This is how I do it when I don't prepare the flight up front in the Garmin. You can use the direct to feature and do whatever you're planning to do. Right, go now. So that's Salute. Now we can enter the procedure, select approach, airport, NTAA. And we'll be doing RNAV 4. Sorry, RNAV 2 via Salute. Enter minimums. Right, so let's have a look. So I haven't briefed this out at all. Category Alpha 575. Enter and scroll. Now I can just click and drag because I have this lock interaction method selected. 572, so 580 is what I can set. Alright, is there a way to do just load without activating? I don't think so, so we can go and activate it and see what happens. Right, we have direct Salute and then the points. So here's the smallish island, also looks pretty nice, and there's Tahiti in the back. Okay, now let's have a look. I will just hide this. Actually, maybe I'll keep it so I see what's coming up next. I like having this open. So distance, we are 30 miles, and within 25 miles we're allowed to descend 5,600. Other than that, well, I don't know. So let's stay at 7,000 for time being. Once we are 25 miles out, I'll start descending 5,600. So let's have a look. ET, RNP22, final approach course 221, FAA 22 mandatory 3000, LNAV VNAV decision altitude 10 minutes, XOXO, welcome! Thank you for the sub, another 5 months. Great heavy, how are you doing? We're flying from Bora to Tahiti in the White Whale, also known as the Tecnam. Actually, it's pretty cool. I like it. It's just I made one mistake, didn't check the rivals, and then I was a bit conflicted whether I want to do the arrival or do the approach without the arrival. So that's what happened. We are flying from Bora Bora. We did some very fun departure with the NDB. So 2 NDB departure. We just followed that. And then we took off from here to Romeo Uniform, then over this island to the VR, and then we are going to Teano, but I should have chosen Iduta because there was arrival then, and we'll be landing in Tahiti. I know how to say it. Looking at the approach, so this approach, climb 220 up to Ovini, max 200, then enter holding, climbing up to 5000, then join Tavis at 5000. Tavis? Oh, Tavis is here, okay. Acceleration level not studied. Acceleration level not studied? What is that? Okay, elevation 5, MSA is 5000 here, 9000 in the highest sector. And within 25 miles we can start descending, so that's probably about now. Yeah, we're 25 miles almost, so let's preset the altitude. $5,600 and 25 miles now, so we can go VS, start descending. I'll just put, what do we put, 5 times ground speed. So, right, 5 times ground speed would give us 3 degrees, but that's still below 1000, so let's keep 1000. Now we'll accelerate to the unbelievable airspeed of probably 150 knots. I can start the rear approach again, then within 15 miles we descend 3000, at salt 3000, then track 142 into Moana 3000, then 222 to F822, mandatory 3000 there, and okay, I need to see in a moment, then there's 221. Oh, look, we have a table. That's nice. So 1 at 3000, 2 mandatory 3000 at F8 which is final approach X. Then 3.2 degree descent angle at 221. And I think we'll have LNAV VNAV. So we'll see the indication. And then we can go to decision altitude 175. So it's illustrated here as decision altitude. You see it's descent and then just arrow up, as opposed to the other one, which is MDA for the LNAV. Right, we're already at 5600, so that's okay. And let's have a look. Alright, that's pretty much it. Also circle to land available, not authorized south of runway, so we can only circle off the north side here. Cool. I'll be keeping an eye for LNAV VNAV indication that we are. I remember there is a page in Garmin manual that indicates what you are seeing when the Garmin has certain capabilities, and keep in mind you can also always revert to just LNAV and just say, well, LNAV, go change your minima. Right, and quick reminder, if you have the lock interaction style, you should be able to clip the joystick here. It shows the cursor and then you can move around the chart, which can be pretty handy if you want to review what's going on. or zoom in somewhere else, not at your aircraft. Then you can just click it, it goes back. So that's pretty nice. I do keep the route open here. I can also probably open it here so I can go to where were we? Flight plan, and it will show me what's next. Also, I can scroll it. I see. Then I can click it so it's out. Oh, so I see that. Now I can hide this flight plan here so we see just the view. I like knowing what's coming up next, and also give some more information. It makes the view a bit more cluttered, but I do like having this information. One mile to go, and we can descend 3000. What's the airport called on the radio? It's called Tahiti. Cool. So we are how many miles? Inbound? Doesn't say. It doesn't say. No, it does say 16 miles inbound. Tahiti traffic, November 225 Victor X-ray, 16 miles inbound salute from west for RNAV 22 approach, Tahiti. Right, I didn't practice what I'm about to say and it was a bit slow. I'd like practicing that, so just rehearsing what I'm about to say, then it's a bit easier. Right, we passed 15 miles, so now I can descend. Reset 3000. Vertical speed minus, oh no, minus 1000. So I think we can configure the aircraft between Moana and Foxtrot Alpha 22, Foxtrot Alpha 22. That will give us plenty of time to configure the aircraft. Actually, there's not much to configure. I think we can do high-speed approach. And then we can do miss approach and fly one more approach. I think that's a nice idea. Yeah, that should put us closer to 22 Zulu for finishing. Right, cool stuff. That's where we're showing, so still a bit to go. Look, almost 150 knots. Amazing. Fuel situation, well, 70%. And I'll need to remember how we activate the go around on the G1000, so I'll see as we get there. Set exit this menu here on G1000. I need to remember to do this straight away. I think we'll have a SAS button here to unsuspend it and follow the miss approach. Right, let's see about that. I forgot to have a look at the scenery. Whoa. That's quite impressive. As I liked in the bugs reported, the misfits, they have the list, the striking list that they publish every now and then, and there is this line on the horizon, but they haven't even started looking into it. Not a deal breaker, but looks a bit funny. This line here.
Wow.
Wow. Thank you. Also, we should change the QNH, so it was 1010. I'll just hit the B, it's 1010. I can have a quick look at the matter. Actually, let's go to Sky Vector. 1010, we wind 180 at 12, 10 kilometers or more, few 020. Okay. I forgot. It was that well. Yeah, it is. I like it. 10 wow is a bit more fancy. Also, change the camera a bit. I think I need to move myself to the left. Let me do that. I think that's slightly better. Gives just more room for everything else. Alright, I think it's perfect now. We're doing 3 miles inbound salute, and then we go to Moana here. We're at 3000. Can't push it any faster. Now we see why it's a nice aircraft for training. You have a lot of time for everything. Oh, this bar is not set. Outrageous. Cool, so we absolutely have time for the miss approach, and then I think we can do VRDME approach. Oh, so what we have in Garmin here doesn't fully match what's in the miss approach here, because we have that halt at Ovini, but we don't have in Garmin's the leg to Tavis. So I think we can just stay in this halt at Ovini and then do approach to runway 04 and do circle to land. I like this idea. We'll do that. Right, turning inbound Moana now. Need to drop off. Thanks for the stream. Alright, the big line, thank you for coming. We'll see you next time. Bye bye. And we have the island inside. Right, it is quite intimidating. Those mountains, they're real tall. Right, I'll say something on the radio, so I'm not syncing the heading. Outrageous. Tahiti traffic number 225 Victor X-ray inbound Moana on Arnav approach runway 22 Tahiti. Alright, it's showing the G here and the diamond. Now, okay, I will hide the bearing to VOR2 because I don't need anymore. So PFD options, bearing 2, just hide it. Oh, we can also have this bearing to GPS. Wait. Nah, it's just showing there. Alright, so we don't need it, but it's showing the distance here and the track, so maybe I don't want it. Maybe that's a bit better. Yeah, let's keep it. No, let's not keep it. Right, turning into Foxtrot Alpha to 2 now. And I'll let the plane do high-speed approach. So, getting ready. Fuel pumps on. Landing lights on. Move the prop full forward. And let's arm the approach more. It's on the approach on the horizontal, but vertical it's still on the altitude, and glide slope armed. Now, I think for LNAV VNAV it should be showing something else than the G here. I would need to dig up it in the Garmin manual, but I'm not 100% sure. Also the diamond might look a bit different, so Garmin has this way of indicating which one you're doing. Oh, I see, it's here, it's LNAV, LVNAV. So, alright, so that's fine. So we can have the G here because with the indication here. So this bit here, this LNAV VNAV, that's super important because it tells me I can use this minima. If it was just LNAV, then I need to switch back to the MDA of 770, but we can use 580, just rounding up. That looks cool, the extra zoom. Right, but for you to have some more perspective, I'll zoom out a bit so you also see what's going on out the window. Alright, capturing the glide slope. We're on the glide slope mode. Let's set the go round altitude 5000. That is set. I guess. Well, alright, the holding there is 5000, so we need 5000. Now we're doing it. Alright, so let me think what we're showing. We're showing distance to runway 22, that's 7 miles. So I think at what, 3 miles we'll start decelerating. Also, the sim it doesn't decelerate as eagerly as it should. Maybe I should try doing this a bit earlier. Right, looking good so far. So that's the fastest we have been flying this flight on the approach. Outrageous. And I like the views here. That's pretty nice. Alright, minima are 580, so that's shown here. I need to get more familiar with the G1000. I'm just flying it every now and then I feel a bit lost. So the minima is here, that's something I can reference without trying to memorize it. Alright, so we passed 1000 to go. 700 to go. $600 to go. Right, I can start slowing down. So throttle idle. The gear speed and flaps is 1 to 2. $300 to go. Speed check, gear down. Flaps takeoff. And speed check, almost there. For flaps full. Flaps full. Now I need to add the power. And keep 84. So let's see how much power we need for 84. Around this. So, okay. A bit more. That works. That's 580. And we do want to go around. Oh no, we do go around, but we passed the 580. Right. Still, it's decision altitude, so we are okay here. Right, it's not flying. We need the gear up, we need the flaps to take off. Now it's accelerating. Right, flaps up. And start climbing. So where do we get guidance on the missed approach? I think we still need to pass over runway to two-way point, because that's listed as missed approach point here. Right, reduce power 27, 22. Right, now it's suspended. It says the susp here, and I need to unsuspend it. How? We go back here and hit the susp button. Perfect. Now it's giving us the guidance to the missed approach point. Right, so I can hit nav, and I can hit the VS. And keep it. Well, let's try. Whoa, plane, don't go. Don't go capture it too hard. Alright, bit cumbersome, but we are on our way. We just did a zigzag to recapture that track. Now we're climbing nicely, so no problem keeping 1000 feet per minute. Interesting, I wonder why I had problem on the departure keeping that. So let's try climbing a bit faster. Right, adding throttle to 27. Let's just... Okay, I'll keep the RPM at 2080. Now it's decelerating a bit too fast, so I will adjust this. Raise the throttle again. Right, full throttle, so I cannot get any more. I need to watch this vertical speed so it do not decelerate all too much. I want to keep 84. Right, so it's doing only 750, so I think we'll just put it at... let's give it a 500 feet per minute. I think it would do a bit more on two engines, even though we are full loaded. Alright, so plan is to go here, hold at Ovini at 5000, and let's see what arrival we can do next. So what approaches do we have? I'm now interested in runway 04. There's actually ILS 04. Okay, it starts at Ovini, so that's nice, but it's doing the... Alright, there is an option for course reversal in a racetrack pattern, but if we are coming for a straight in, we can do it just from Ovini, I think. Yeah, so that's for course reversal if we need to. So we're coming from here, then we do course reversal in the racetrack pattern. If we are coming from plus within 30 degrees, we can just go straight in, I believe. Right, so maybe we do not need to do the holding. Maybe we can just do the course reversal here. How much time do we have left? Still a bit to go to Ovini. 4 minutes. 4.5. It's shown up here. Actually, since we'll be a bit too high, we will still descend in that. We can descend in the racetrack pattern. I think that's reasonable. Right, so let's do this. We'll join the holding, establish the holding, and then the racetrack pattern we'll use to descend. So let's have a look here. Tahiti LS 004 11-1. We have the radius 11180. Tahiti traffic number 225 Victor X-ray Goring Run inbound Ovini will hold at Ovini 5000 Tahiti. Alright, the radio call is important. Localizer 109.9, so let's set it up. Switch it and 109.9. I can tune it in already. We don't need the VR for the time being. Final approach core 041. Alright, so I can set that, I believe, if I go to the course. Will I be able to see? No. Let's change this a bit, go to the heading for a moment, switch the CDI, and I will set the course to 041. Oh, it's actually been automatically set, so I don't need to bother about that. Alright, CDI goes back to GPS and back to nav mode. Oops, sorry, didn't see that. No, so what I did is I synced the heading, went to the heading mode, switched the CDI to localizer, made sure the course is 041. So now I can just turn this without plane trying to follow it. Go back to GPS on the CDI and back to nav mode. And it will enter the hold here on Ovini. It's doing the offset entry altitude mode now. Right, so that's looking good. What we have here, 3000 at distance 9.2 from Papa Tango, which is localizer, or 10.3 for Tango Alpha Foxtrot, which is the VR 1129er. Let me think. So we have 109.9 set. Alright, we can set 1129er on the nav2. So we have it ready. Oops, 1129er. Perfect. Now I will also add the bearing here on for nav2. So we can see the DME, that's the important bit I'm interested in. Alright, LS decision altitude 255, airport elevation 5, MSA 9000 within 18 miles, all sectors. I don't get it. MSA tab VR 9000 within 18 miles, all sectors. So does it say that this is the MSA between 18 and 25 miles, but 9000 is within 18 miles? Am I reading this correctly? It might be possible. Right, we are entering the hold here, and we'll stay in the hold. For the time being, as I brief the approach. So I'm super confused about that, because normally the MSA is within 25 miles, and here it says has the ring, but says MSA tab VFR 9000 within 18 miles, all sectors. Alright, so that's what it is. Within 18 miles it's 9000, other than that it's whatever we see here. Trench, but well, let it be. Still, probably makes sense since the mountain is basically so close to the VR. It would make sense to have higher MSA around the airport here. Right, so we are completing the entry and now turning inbound. Misapproach, climb straight ahead to tap VOR, then out, so which is in, well, it's just here. Then outbound on tap VR radial 042 to Moana, 13 miles to 3000. At Moana, climb 5000, then return to Ovini. At 5000, climb to 1000 per to level acceleration. Climb to 1000 per to level acceleration. I see. That's what they mean, the acceleration altitude not studied. Interesting. Right, here's Moana for reference. There's also published halt at Moana, shall we need it? And that's an interesting halt, so it says distance 13-18, so I understand we hold between 13 and 18 miles here. So not timed, but based on distance. So 13 miles is the holding fix, and then 18 miles here to turn inbound again. That's pretty nice. Alright, Ovini racetrack at 3000, outbound 219 or inbound 039. Turn at 18 miles from TAF, which is the VR. So we would need to have TAF selected first, so let's do that. Actually, we have it on nav2, so I don't need to select it again. I can just use it on nav2. That's fine enough. Alright, then Ovini 3000 direct. Okay, 041 to final approach fix. 10.3 miles from TAF DVR or 9.2 from the localizer. 3-degree descent angle. We have an outer marker here at 5 miles, 1620. Missed approach point at 1 mile from localizer. Minima 255. Right, we had the missed approach. 255 and circle to land. Circle to land minima not available. Alright, so there is no circle to land on this approach. So we cannot do it. So why would the circle to land if we have the better approach here? So, well, still might be useful in some cases. Alright, so that's fine. I will wait for us to turn inbound and then set up the approach. Or do we? Actually, we can. Since it's also listed as holding, not only the racetrack pattern, we can hold here until 18 miles. So let's do that, and in the meantime, it's actually turning inbound now. Well, so I will go to the heading. And heading. Go to the heading mode, and I will configure the approach in the GPS. So I'll do this on the screen now. Procedure. Select approach. Okay, so we'll have tailwind. Anyway. Do it 04 Zulu Ovini. Fly course reversal at Ovini. So cool. So that's how it tells me it's actually a racetrack, not only a holding. So it's one thing depicted as to the holding because it has the minimum holding altitude, but also the racetrack for course reversal. So we do want to hold it, fly it, because I wanted to descend there. We have Bora 255, so we'll set 260. Enter and activate, since we are in Baltovini. Not route for GPS. GPS is guidance for monitoring only. Load approach, sure. So we are at Ovini and we are now flying the course reversal on the racetrack. Perfect. Is there also a published halt at Ovini? There is. There isn't. We were doing the one from the previous approach. This one, so it's just a holding here. Right, I forgot to pin the approach, so let's pin it. It's now pinned, we'll have it handy. Oh no, I forgot to go to the nav mode. Boo, so it didn't start the course reversal for me. Back around we go. Yeah, that was the plan all along. Hey Dan, here's a shout out. Why didn't it work before? Maybe I don't know. Oh. Thank you, you were not here so long, instead you arrived. Again, welcome back Dan. Here's your shout out. Great to have you. Right, so now we are getting there, and nav mode is it has GPS, says GPS as fail. I think it just doesn't know how to intercept that again. So we'll stay in the heading mode. Still, no problem, we can just follow it here. And we need to start descending, so pre-select 3000. Vertical speed. Start descending. I'll just set -1000, it should be fine enough. I think I know what's the problem with the GNSS there. It doesn't know where we're going, so... No, it actually knows where we are. No, 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 no. How do I get back from here? Clear. Okay, I broke it. Okay, now it works. Let's see if I can have this nav mode now. Yeah, now it works, so it knows where to do because it's so close. Descending and watching the distance enough to... Somehow I switched it to the wrong one. So at 18 miles it should start turning in Baltovini. I'll just be watching that here. Don't like this blinking, so I'm just clicking it so it's not blinking anymore. But maybe I can scroll down a bit so I see what's coming up next. I think this one has... No, it's actually the correct one. Okay. All looking good here. Oh, we can also have the inset map, so maybe let's add it. Inset map, HSI map. No, never. Inset map. So it changes the HSI so it's not full rows. Interesting. I like having the full rows, and with the inset map. Fantastic. We can zoom it out so we see better what we're doing. So much information. Fancy glass cockpit action. Yeah, it is pretty fancy. And you can see when you get to this plane and you have been flying for a while, why this can get you. Like, the easiest things are sometimes hidden and you need to know it. Like this DME, like setting the Bora reference. Actually, here timer reference, and here you can modify your Bora minima. But actually, yeah, they're not set. Why? So if you're not entering the full approach, just doing this manually, you need to go here to enter the minima. Still not showing up. Anyway. 3000. Oh, also I forgot the fuel pumps. No, on the go around, and the lights. So I forgot it 2 times already, out of 2 times. Oh, there's no click spot on the bottom here. Strange. Now we have all the information everywhere. Also, display backup should put the second display into whatever is on the first. Well, just the same mode. We use that for training to remove some situational awareness, so you need to think more and look at the map less. Right. Tahiti traffic number 225 Victor X-ray, established on localizer ILS approach Zulu runway 04 Tahiti. So now we'll do it. Fuel pumps on, landing lights on, and synchronize the heading. Switch to heading mode, switch the CDI to localizer. I see, so it wants to go to Avini and then do a short detour to the localizer. So we'll keep it in the GPS mode for now. CDI to GPS, back on the nav mode. I like these mountains. I would hike there so hard. Here's the plane. So 10. I did something I never do. I walked around the cabin today. We can do this again. Yeah, I've spent some time in this seat here. I always choose the right seat so I can see the pilot. Hey, that's pretty nice. So I don't know how to zoom in. Probably just need to use my cursor. So now that's real backseat gaming. See, I did it. Very nice legroom. It's okay. It's not huge, but it's okay. Ever flown from the backseat? Now we can do it. Only in misfits. No, I feel a bit disoriented. Let's go back. Right, it's going to Avini, and then let's remind myself, Foxtrot 04 Zulu. That's not 2, that's Zulu. 04 Zulu. Oh, it's like 04 Zulu, the approach. I see, makes a lot of sense. I'm only 5 feet 8, I don't need the legroom. I'm also 5 feet 8, like 5.75, 7.5 or something. It doesn't translate very well into inches from centimeters, but yeah, that's a name as well. Alright, so it switched automatically to the localizer mode. I didn't know it will do that. That's pretty nice. I'm actually surprised it did that. I did not expect it to switch. I would expect it to stay in the GPS mode. 175, right, so I am 172. Here's the rounding curve. Alright, so we are established on ILS. And now the minimal only showed up. I see. Why weren't they here before? I don't know. Right, go around altitude was 5,000, so let's set it. 1,000 set. And right, I can start slowing down. Can I do this flying manually? I could, so it's a bit difficult, so let's do this. Autopilot disengaged. Throttle idle. Right, speed should be around -2.5. Right, now I need to start pitching up. And 1 to 2, speed check, gear down, flaps, take off, add some power. Then, have you seen the airflow glasses last time? You probably haven't. I have them, but I'm not using them today. I've been flying with the airflow glasses last time. I'm super happy I bought them for myself. Right, we need around 500 feet per minute on the descent. Speed check, flaps full. GG! Short people unite. Oh yeah. It's fun. Alright, we need to keep up the blue line, so we need more power. And alright, we're staying on localizer. Actually, if I was stream, I could put on the airflow glasses. There we go. Now I see only inside and the chat. That's super cool, and to be honest, it works like a charm in the sim. I absolutely love it. Just so good. Right, I'll just look a bit down so it's more far view for me. Okay, we're high, we are to the left, so correcting to the right, correcting down. Airspeed is okay. And alright, so we passed 1,000 to go, 900 to go. Right, 600, 900 to go. 800, no, 700 to go. Right, now we're too high. 600 to go. I discovered I need to do the countdown from 1,000, otherwise I get lost along the way, and there's no room to correct that. 500 to go. On localizer on glide slope. 400 to go. $300 to go. $200 to go. I'm not seeing the runway because of the glasses. Alright, 100 to go. Keep it nice and steady now. Don't escape. And there's minima. And there's the runway. Whoa, pretty close. Cool, so let's land there. Using the power, we are all in a safe place, so I can start slowing down. So the manual is the final approach speed as 70, I think. But well, you don't want to do that unless you're in the reach of the runway, otherwise you just won't be able to go around. And there we go. So that was the slammer. I forgot to keep the nose wheel in there. You actually need to control it a bit better. I forgot to put my toes on the brake pedals. So that's the zigzag you saw. And we can vacate here. Great stuff. Right, flaps up. Fuel pumps off. And here we go. Landing taxi light on, landing lights off, strobe lights off. I can do that as well. It's hurting a bit, but for a moment that's okay. Hey, we landed. Safe and sound in Tahiti. Welcome to Tahiti. After our short flight from Bora, we have finally arrived. Hey, wake up. Wake up. We have reached our destination. We do not have any custom scenery, so that's just Misfits default. And it looks pretty decent. Tahiti traffic, November 2 to 5 Victor X-ray, vacated runway 04 Tahiti. I super like the new pedals. The Turtle Beach pedals, well, they're plastic, but I super like the feel. They don't have the little tether in the middle. Super smooth, and I like the GA version of the pedals. Alright, I blasted a bit too much here. Wake up, we've arrived. Time for lunch. So we'll go here for the refilling station. Why? Oh, that's the first time this happened to me. Hello. I will... Sure. Take it. There's a huge manual here. What to do and what not to do. Alright. So people know. I don't know what this is. Spinning fan, no. Attach cable to gear, yes. Put chokes, yes. Smoking, no. Cell phones, no. Cell phones, no. Alright. Don't think anyone's doing that anymore. Parking brake set. Let me think. Taxi light on. We can have transponder off. Transponder standby. And back. Right, I can hide this inset map. We're just going to smoke whilst calling ICIT on phone next to the probe. No problem. We'll wait for you while spilling the fuel over the wing. So, air for glasses. Can totally recommend, even for flight simming. It's not that expensive and it's actually pretty cool. Oh, you have the icy spinny. Did you make it to the founder? I did. Icy spinny is great. Where's Icy? He must be crushing elsewhere. Give shout out to Icy. If you don't know Icy. Icy is super cool. I really enjoy it. There's Icy. In flash, I have to wear the cone of shame instead of the glasses because I can't go double glazing. I see. I think we have cones of shame here. Well, we don't. Right, we can start turning off the aircraft. So what do we do? Everything's off. Crossbus off, fields off, autopilot master off, pitot heat off, and that's it. Ignition's off. Wait for it to stop. There's no mixture, so we do have to heat the ignitions. Let's check the props. Have they? Yeah, now they have stopped properly. Alright, so that's okay. That's it. Sad. Nothing, not much to do. Nav light off and master off. Alright, I'm liking Tecnam a bit more now after taking some break and not bothering about the things that are slightly wrong. How many dinners is an acceptable amount of dinners? I'm still hungry. I mean, I would say like until 2 a.m. As many as you can feed, that's acceptable. After 2 a.m. I think it becomes breakfast. That's how I would put it. Phew. We have arrived. Right, that's Misfits traffic. 2 of them there. Like a starter. Of course you do. It's a good and proven style. Oh. Nothing happened. Anyway, I was saying... Oh, the buildings are here. Amazing. I want to go see those mountains. Also, the drone arrived very fast. I totally want to go see this mountain. Whoa, there's such a sharp valley here. Basically Machu Picchu, but different. That's so nice. Oh. Yeah, and this mountain is 7,000 feet tall, so... Or high, how do you say it? Like, those valleys are just insane. The volcanoes are crazy. What? I would go hike here so hard. No, really. That's a nice place. And there's another peak here. Wonder if we can even hike here. Whoa, yeah, very whoa. Pretty amazing. I think we'll do a screenshot like that. And we'll also do one more from here. I don't know. Volcanic islands are crazy. Right, just need to reset the tilt. Why is it wrong still? And if I reset it. Right, and back we go. Boom. There's the aircraft. Cool, let's find some nice viewing angle and we'll call it the day. I will play the outro through again, as usual. How do we set that view? We actually put it further away. The plane is a bit less interesting than the scenery itself. Right, change of plans, we are going there. Live stream here when? Not this week. That I know for sure. I don't have any more details available. First question is, how much is the trip there? I guess it's a lot. Look at this. There's the radar. They did put it here. Look. Right, I think we maybe... Oops, nothing happened. Huh. So we can do that. I had no idea. Just me going under the map. No, zoom out looks better. Right, I think we'll stay about here. That looks pretty decent. Alright, I will slide back, get the guitars out for you, play the outro, and then we'll go ride someone. This will take 10 to 15 minutes, so if you can, please stick out for the ride. There's the guitar already. There's the guitar. So I need to get it up. Alright, I'll disappear for a second and connect the guitar and be talking to you in a moment. Alright, the guitar stub is ready to go. Let me pause the music and get the guitars running. Right, that worked. It's looped. It's a bit of an ominous loop. I really like it. Sounds absolutely crazy combined with the nice view that we are having. I hope you like it. Alright, now I'll have a look who's there to ride, and we'll go and ride them in a moment. Let me see, who's up? Oh, Dryzen's up, Dryzen's up! We are riding Dryzen. It's decided. Alright, so thank you all for hanging out today. It's been super nice. Thank you for watching the flight. I hope you enjoyed the Bora to Tahiti flight. It's been super nice. And then thank you for the resub. And Vicky Line, thank you for the resub. 2 times 5 months. Whoa, that's so nice. Also, we had the follow in the meantime, I think. Yeah, absolutely do. Moose, thank you for the follow. Thank you. Alright, the ride is up. Great having you here. I super enjoyed the flight, and I think I like the Tecnam now, so we'll be flying it a bit more. I lowered my expectations, don't expect it to work perfectly anymore, so I think I'm happy flying it now and getting my flows on point. I just saw someone flying through very fast. From right to left. If that's any of you, you can have it again, like here, super fast. I didn't have the nameplates on. Right, let's go and raid Dryzen to do their hypes or the race. And I'll see you there. Next stream will be Thursday, 18 Zulu, as usual. I see what you'll be doing. I'll let you know in the Discord. If you need, the link to Discord is here. You can always join, and I will be telling you what we are doing next so you can follow along. Anyhow, I'll go to the end scene. Great having you here. Super nice flight. Also, I'm not sure you noticed, but there was a glimpse of the real cockpit of the Tecnam. I made that film myself. So let's go and raid Ryzen. There we go. Bye bye.